Okay, I'd like to call to order the regular council meeting of April 9th, 2018. Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Colella. Consul Magno.
Here.
Dixon. Gibbons.
Here.
Hannon.
Present.
Harrison.
Present.
McLean.
Here.
Mowry.
Here.
O'Brien.
We have 6 members present. At this time, can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to turn to chair announcements. These were 2 announcements added. For those of you here tonight, they're not on the agenda. Executive session of council was conducted on Monday, March 26, 2018 for police and personnel issues. Then tonight, before we came out, an executive session of council was conducted on April 9, 2018 to discuss personnel issues. Before we move into the agenda, for those of you who are here, under planning and zoning, item A has been removed from the agenda tonight. That'll be hopefully placed back on there. It's for Millennium Woods subdivision approval, probably on next month. So at this time, I'd like to turn to the reports of the officials and the police chief's report.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council. Hi, everybody. Chief O'Connor. I have an important announcement tonight. On Friday, April the 20th, it's our annual basketball game, the police playing the Steelers. The first game will be the police playing the teachers from Bethel Park School District, and then the Steelers will take the floor and we will beat them. The doors are going to open at 6 p.m. It's our big community event that we sponsor, for the year. Admission's free, and there's autographs. So you get autographs with the Steelers. You can have them with the police too, but I think you'd rather have them with the Steelers. So we'll have the Historical Society will be out in the lobby with their auction, and I think this year they're running the concession stand. So we hope to see everybody and have a good turnout Friday, April the 20th at 6 p.m. You all are invited too.
I thought we were in the pre-game. It was council against somebody.
No, that got pulled. Yeah.
Yeah, I got skills. I'm ready.
All right. So then on May the 2nd will be our Monday, May the 2nd at the community center, 7 p.m. We'll have our Crime Watch meeting. We're going to see about bringing some of our department equipment over and have it on display, and we'll have somebody there to explain it, so we'd like to see you there. And if you can't make either, follow us on Facebook or social media. Thank you. Questions?
Any questions? Thank you very much, Chief. Can we turn to the fire chief's report?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Bob Brown. I'm the Deputy Fire Chief, here to give you the report for the month of March. For March, we had 4 building fires, 1 brush fire. We assisted EMS on 1 call. We had 1 vehicle extrication call. We had 1 elevator rescue call, 2 natural gas leaks, 2 chemical leaks. We had 1 carbon monoxide incident, 1 vehicle accident where we had some cleanup to do, 1 water leak, 3 what we term good intent calls, 1 smoke investigation, 13 fire alarms, and 2 CO alarms, for a total of the month for 34 calls. And in case anybody's interested, in the first quarter this year, we've responded to 124 total calls. And the last item, we had an inquiry recently on our website about where you can buy CO detectors and or smoke detectors. EV True Value, Miller's, the 2 hardware stores in town, of course, Home Depot, Lowe's. No recommendations as long as you get one or the other, preferably both in your home. They certainly are proven to save lives. And unless there's any questions, that's all I have this evening.
Could you tell me the unoccupied home behind the old Bruce Brothers building, do we know the cause of that? I don't know whether there's much damage.
That, as far as a fire being there, or?
Yeah, when I went home from the meeting last month, there were a couple of engines there.
Yeah, what that is our neighboring fire company, Mount Lebanon Fire Department. I believe somebody in the fire department there has actually purchased that, and they're going to be building there. So and actually Mount Lebanon made us aware at Bethel Park Fire that they were going to be over there training. That's what you saw in this area.
Probably wasn't a fire.
No fire, just training.
Okay.
A lot of good training going on, that's all.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you very much. If we can turn to the mayor's report, and Mayor Allen.
Good evening. Before I start my agenda, it's always nice, and I found out just a few minutes ago that we have the Community Foundation. Mr. Dan Duff is going to come up and present a couple checks. Is that it? We're always welcome for money, so he precedes everybody. So.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it. Good evening, folks. I am Dan Duff with the Bethel Park Community Foundation. And if you remember, I was here in February telling you one of the fundraisers I'd like to report back on. Mike Panarella opened up a wonderful New Jersey Mike Delicious Subs shop at South Park Shops and donated the total take of the first day he was opening. And we got a check from Jersey Mike for $9,363. So you kind of wonder where we're going to do with that money. Well, we met last month and we gave away $23,000. And we're here to actually distribute a check. Bill Holden, the Vice President of the Foundation, is going to bring up the first check. And this is going to our good friends at the Bethel Park. Even Jack hold that. Dave, come on over here. This is your money. Dave Cable. Okay. Bethel Park Community Foundation is donating almost $8,000 for new studio lights for the Bethel Park Public Access Television. That's the folks that record and televise the television of the not only municipal but school board, and I believe a whole bunch of other programs are done downstairs. I believe someone said maybe 500 is not unreasonable in a year. In a year. So we have new lights going in, and the foundation is going to pay for them. So thank you, Judy. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much. Mr. Holt's going to bring up another check. We got contacted by Judy Miller, and we are very excited that the fireworks of July 4th is returning to Bethel Park. So I think Jack mentioned that last time we were here. So Bethel Park Community Foundation is going to participate, and we're giving the municipality $2,500 tonight for some of the activities that you'll enjoy on June 30th over at Millennium Park. Thank you. If your organization, your Bethel Park organization, would like a grant, our information is available on our Facebook and on our website. In a normal year, we give out somewhere between $50,000 and $75,000 in community grants. Thank you very much, Council. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
I just have a few items this evening. I'm going to change my order a little bit. I wanted to mention the military banners. We usually put them up between Memorial Day and Veterans Day. We take them down. This year is a little bit different. If you've noticed, they're up in a lot of places already. And one of the reasons of that is the weather has been just terrible, so the Public Works cannot work on the fields. So we know that when the weather breaks, and it will break, that they'll be spending all their time on the field, so they're putting them up now. So if anyone here has purchased a banner since Memorial Day of last year until now, and April 30th is the last day, we'll be putting those together May 16th. So don't be looking for them really until after that. The next item I have on my list explains why we're getting calls. The banners move every year. They're usually never in the same place. And we do have a Girl Scout troop and her mother that actually go out and GPS every one of those banners. So probably the first week of June, you'll be able to go on the American Legion website, and I believe it's Troop Locator or Banner Locator, and you just type a name in, and they'll tell you exactly where the banner is. So we're working on it. Don't be impatient. We will get to all of them, okay? And having said that, because I wanted to bring up the person that's actually going to be doing that, and that's one of our regulars here at the council meeting, Emily Carter. So first I want to thank you again for doing the banner program. Emily was here last year, and she received the Presidential Award for volunteers. And I just want to read it, the one that she got this year. It says, "Congratulations on receiving the President's Volunteer Service Award. On behalf of a grateful nation, I thank you for your service to your fellow Americans and those most in need. Through your dedicated service, you have ensured the continuation of America's unparalleled commitment to improving the lives of others. Over this past year, you have served as a model of an American spirit. Your many hours of service have strengthened the bonds of cooperation and the trust that people bring together while helping to address some of the greatest challenges of our time. We reflect on your many acts of kindness and charity over the past year. Our nation draws inspiration from those who answer the call to help the communities and our nation. So thank you for enduring commitment to serving your community and our nation. I trust that you will continue to work for the betterment and even a stronger future for the American people." And it's signed, President Donald Trump. This young lady is amazing. That's all I can say. Do you have a few words to say?
I just wanted to thank you for all these opportunities because I couldn't have done it without all the opportunities you have given me.
Thank you. Okay, a couple items I wanted to mention. That April 21st is spring cleanup. I also was informed today that that is the opening day for the baseball leagues. So if you have a group that is still interested in doing it, we will move it to April 22nd also. Just call Janet Davin, 412-831-6800, extension 211, and you can register with her. Farmers Market, which is, it's snowing out, but the Farmers Market actually starts in about 3 weeks. So it'll be on Tuesday starting May 1st through the summer and into the fall. And I think I mentioned before, but this year it will be at the parking lot down at the ice skating rink in South Park. So you'll have a lot more room down there, should have a lot more vendors and so on. And finally, one of Mr. Murray's main projects is the Schoolhouse Art Building. And I have a gentleman here tonight. He has one of the students that helped him out. It's Dave Minch, and he's going to tell you a little bit about what he did, but he's the one, and his group is the one that did all the placards to put on the 100+ windows for the people that donated their money to purchase the windows. So if I could bring you up, Dan. Before I turn the mic over to you, I just want to give a recognition for Dave and his group for your dedication to the Bethel Park community, awarded this 9th day of April 2018, and it's part of the making better Bethel Park a better place to live. So we appreciate all your work.
I have here with me Zach Rossitano. He's one of the students that worked on these projects. This has been a student-driven project. The example you have in front of you is an unfinished plaque that we're going to be doing. Actually, it was for the Bethel Park Community Foundation, using a CNC mill that we have on our campus that the students program and run. And then these plaques that go on the naming rights for the windows. Zach was a key contributor. He was really awesome in this program, and designed all of these and laid them out and ran the laser engraver and did a wonderful job. And I have 5 students there that do that with me, and Zach was one of my lead guys throughout the whole project. And we were happy to do it because it's a fabulous project. We can't wait to go visit. That's what we want to do next. So.
Zach, you have a few things to say? It's all yours.
Say something nice.
Thank you.
And we appreciate it, and the windows are beautiful, and now we'll be able to see who sponsored each one of them. So Dave, I'll give you the 5. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, at this time, I'm turning to municipal manager's report, Mr. Arbaugh. On behalf of the Bethel Park Historical Society, we do want to thank you. It's such a worthwhile project. We appreciate you stepping up.
Good evening, Sean Arbaugh, Municipal Manager. We have a lot of things, new things going on within the municipality. I just want to touch on a couple that deal with properties and property maintenance. We have a new program we just partnered with the Allegheny County on. It's the Vacant Property Recovery Program. It is actually run through the county. And what the program does is allow applicants to obtain properties that are vacant and retain those and take over those properties. One thing with the program, they do require a plan. Also with the program, the property does have to be vacant and has to have 3 years of tax delinquency. But it is run through the county, and you get more information on our website at bethelpark.net. And if you just type in the search bar at the bottom on the home page for vacant property, it'll tell you about the program. And again, it is run through the county. Another thing we're doing to help fight blight within the community is our new program on a foreclosure registration process. And what the new ordinance requires that was passed in February is homes that are in the process of foreclosure to register with us. And what that does is requires banks to assign a property manager to the property so that when we do have violations of property maintenance issues, we get them addressed very quickly. So it's a really great program. Additionally, there's a registration fee associated with that program. Our plan is to use any monies we receive through that registration process to put back in to fight blight within the community by enforcing different codes and also tearing down structures that need to be torn down. So we're excited about those new programs. Bethel Park has a lot going on right now. You're going to see a lot of construction activity starting in the next 2 to 3 weeks. We have our road program gearing up for the year. We have our storm sewer project. We have our sanitary sewer rehab projects. We have a big project at Village Green to convert that field to an artificial turf field and also add a nice walking path down there. Additionally, at Simmons Park, we're going to be upgrading all the playground equipment down there, and that project's going to start soon. We also have some park restroom rehabilitation work that's getting bid out and going to start soon. So we have a lot going on, going to be a busy year in Bethel Park, and we're looking forward to it. Any questions?
Where do people go if they have to register a complaint or need a pothole repair?
We do have our new Citizens Action line that has been used by, we've got a couple hundred complaints through there. It is on our website. If you see something out there, it's real simple. Just go on, fill out a Citizens Action line complaint. If you want to be contacted back, you can put your contact information in there and it automatically emails you back. If you're not interested in getting contacted back, you can just put it in there and we'll go check it out.
Anything else?
Anything else? All right,
thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to turn to approval of the minutes to Mr. Hannon.
Regular council meeting of March 12th. I move to approve the regular council meeting minutes of March 12th, 2018.
Second.
There's a motion and second to approve the regular council meeting minutes of March 12th, 2018. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Council Magno.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Mowry.
Yes. Motion passes 6-0. At this time, I'd like to turn to approval of the bills and payrolls. Mr. Hannon.
Move that we approve the bills and payrolls of the municipality for bill list number 040918 in the amount of $1,672,000 $708.32.
Second.
There's a motion and a second that we approve the bills and payrolls for the municipality per bill list number 040918 in the amount of $1,672,708.32. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Gibbons.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
Council Magna.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. At this time, I'd like to turn to the resident comment section for non-agenda items. Hearing none, can we turn to general policy and finance? And Mr. McLean, we have no residents signed up to speak.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have no agenda items under general policy and finance this evening.
Thank you, Mr. McLean. Are there any additional items?
Mr. Maury, I have one item.
Mr. McLean.
I just want to advise the public and note for the record, we are continuing among council to discuss the language for the proposed revisions to the Home Rule Charter. We've discussed that here on the floor the last couple of months. We reviewed language with the solicitor at our last caucus meeting, and we will do that again in our caucus meeting 2 weeks from tonight on April 23rd. The expectation is that once we have gone through council's review of those provisions and receive the approval of the solicitor, then we will bring it to the floor for a vote as an ordinance. That would then result in the proposed amendment being placed on the ballot for the general election in November for vote by the public. That's just a quick update to everyone as to the status of that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McLean. Any additional?
Mr. Morris.
Mr. Harrison.
I'd just like to add to Mr. McLean's comments that there, in my opinion, some of the discussion is to place an undue burden on the citizens who want to use the referendum part of the Home Rule Charter to make it more complex. I provided council with some information indicating that some of the discussion, some of the ideas were not necessary. So I'll just like he'll keep you posted on how we're coming along. I'll keep you posted if I think that the public is not being getting the best service possible. Thank you very much.
I'll just briefly comment. What Mr. Harrison's alluding to is the definition of the electorate, which we are not talking about. We did not discuss. Halfway through our discussion, Mr. Harrison brought this item up. In no way did we even bring that issue about the definition of electorate up. It has nothing to do with any of the changes that are being made or potentially being proposed. Okay, at this time, is there any other comments? Hearing none, can we turn to planning and zoning and Mr. Hannon, and we have no residents signed up to speak.
As the chair announced, the first item is taken off the agenda. The second item is resolution number R4-09-18A, Active Allegheny Grant Program, Brightwood Lytle Station Trail Project. I move that we adopt the resolution authorizing the manager of the municipality of Bethel Park to file a grant application for an Active Allegheny Grant Program to fund the design of a trail connection from Brightwood Road through the municipal property to the Lytle Station parking lot.
Second.
There's a motion and a second that we adopt the resolution authorizing the manager of the municipality of Bethel Park to file a grant application for an Active Allegheny Grant Program to fund the design of a trail connection from Brightwood Road through the municipal property to the Lytle Station parking lot. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Hannon.
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
Council Magna.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Mr. Hannon.
The next item is a resolution number R4-09-18B, Park Rehabilitation and Development Funding Grant, Millennium Park Redevelopment. I move that we adopt the resolution authorizing the manager of the municipality of Bethel Park to file an application for park rehabilitation and development funding grant to fund improvements to Millennium Park.
Second.
There's a motion and a second that we adopt a resolution authorizing the manager of the municipality of Bethel Park to file an application for the Park Rehabilitation and Development Funding Grant to fund improvements to Millennium Park. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Harrison.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
Council Magna.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Mr.
The
Hannon.
next item is a resolution number R4-09-18C, Gaming and Economic Development Funding Grant, Park Avenue redevelopment Phase 1. I move that we adopt the resolution authorizing the manager of the municipality of Bethel Park to file for an application for Gaming Economic Development Fund grant to fund improvements to Park Avenue.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. We adopt the resolution authorizing the manager of the municipality of Bethel Park to file an application for Gaming Economic Development Fund grant to fund improvements to Park Avenue. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
Consul Magno.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Mr.
The
Hannon.
next item is resolution number R4-09-18D, Greenways, Trails, and Recreation Program Grant, Park Avenue redevelopment Phase 2. I move that we adopt a resolution authorizing the manager of the municipality of Bethel Park to file an application for Greenways, Trails, and Recreation Program Grant to fund additional improvements to Park Avenue.
Second.
There's a motion and a second that we adopt the resolution authorizing the manager of the municipality of Bethel Park to file an application for Greenways, Trails, and Recreation Program grant to fund additional improvements at Park Avenue. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Maury.
Yes.
Consul Magno.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. I would like to thank staff and our recreation board. As you know, over the last probably year and a half, we've been doing a lot of just evaluation of our parks, what we're going to do to move forward. There's a lot of changes upcoming. We've committed some municipal dollars, but our staff is looking forward and trying to get money to complete the I'll say Phase 2, 3, and 4 of our program. So hopefully some of these come in and we can complete everything in a timely fashion, but thank you. Any additional items? Hearing none, can we turn to health, safety, and welfare? Mr. Hannon, we have no residents signed up to speak.
We have no items under health, safety, and welfare, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Any additional items? Hearing none, can we turn to public works and maintenance and Ms. Gibbons, and we have no residents signed up to speak.
There are no agenda items.
If we didn't have grants to approve or apply for, we wouldn't have a meeting tonight. Okay, are there any additional items? Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second. Wait a minute. We just did. Okay, motion to adjourn, second, all in favor? Aye. Meeting adjourned. Good night, everyone.